Hi guys, how are you? Just in my favourite shop here, a Patek Philippe store in Melbourne, Australia's cultural heartland. So thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III and welcome to the Archie Luxury program. Today I'd like to continue my series. Yesterday I released the video 10 types of wristwatches best avoided. And the response has been staggering. I've had a lot of acknowledgements that they enjoyed the video. So today I want to release 5 more types of wristwatches to avoid. These are five more types to best to avoid. And we'll do this in reverse order. We'll build up to number 1. Number 5 is the gold-plated wristwatch. Wah, 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 wah. The gold-plated wristwatch. Very unsavory. I mean, if one cannot afford real gold, they don't pretend it's gold. Gold plating is one of these hideous crimes that occurred after World War II. One of these hideous crimes, it's just so revolting. It's, yes, and the reality is the gold is a different shade of yellow compared to solid gold. It's one of these things that one needs to avoid. Road gold, that's another term for stingy fucker. Road gold, gold capping, gold plating, it's all nasty. It is nasty fucking shit. It's nasty. Any watch that has gold plating, best to be avoided. Now, I've got to tell you the truth there. There has been many brands, including Rolex. Rolex has actually had gold plated. Yes, they had gold capping. Yes, you could buy Rolex oysters, which were gold capped. Best avoided. That's best forgotten. It's like Lady Docker. Best not talked about. Not very lady-like indeed. Excess. Lady Docker, best forgotten. And Lady Marmalade, well, that's another story, you know. I don't mind a little bit of crumpet in the morning. Gold plating, just avoid it completely. It's nasty, it's vicious, it's cheap. You've got to be very careful. Many watches now pretend they're masquerading as gold. The new Tudor, Black Bay, S&G. Guess what? It's not solid gold. No. It's a base piece of steel with gold wrapped around it. I'm sorry. That's cheating. It's like buying views on YouTube. It's like buying subscribers. It's cheating. It's not real gold. Avoid the Tudor Black Bay two-tone. It's just not on. It's just not on. Gold plating, completely avoid it. Number four. Avoid ETA value movements in watches. Yes, and also the nasty world of horology, what's happened is they cannot supply ETA or Valjoux Solita. Oh, that's nasty. Avoid these watches. There's no point paying big bucks for a Breitling and IWC if it's using the same bloody movement as a bloody Squale. Can you believe that? That's right. They use the same, some of these brands, IWC, Breitling. You should always, if you've got a choice, go for the in-house. You've got to, watches about snobbery. It's all about snobbery. No point paying the bucks if your Breitling's got the same movement as a fucking Squale, a fucking Oris, a fucking Tissot. You're not paying big bucks for bullshit movements. Avoid ETA, avoid Valjoux, if at all possible. Even tuners, avoid the fuckers with ETAs. We want in-house only. In-house movements only. Very important indeed, fuckers. Very, very important. Number 3. What are we best to avoid? Number 3. Quartz. Quartz. Oh my fucking God. Quartz is only, you can only have quartz in the wench's wristwatch. Your wench's wristwatch. The wench's wristwatch. Quartz is acceptable for the wenches and in a Grand Seiko. That is it. No other quartz. Just forget it. Quartz is kryptonite to the horological pursuits of the Swiss and German industries. I say, old chap, indeed. Quartz is best avoided. It's not rather dignified to have a quartz timepiece. It's rather uncouth. It's just pure ghastly. It's pure ghastly. That's what quartz is. It's a very, very nasty, very, very nasty representation. Number two, revived bullshit brands. Revived bullshit brands. Yes. There are many bullshit brands that resurface like a corpse that's been buried in the Scottish bog. Yes, indeed. And revived bullshit brands. Yes. Classic examples of this is that atrocity, James McCabe. If you think that garbage they've revitalized it represents the original James McCabe, you were fucking joking. James McCabe, what a bullshit revived brand. There are many brands which have died. The classic example is Lange, but they put a lot of effort into Lange. They put the research and the development. They didn't just buy a fucking ETA movement, slap on a font on a dial, and presto. They put a lot of effort into it, and the Breguet is another example. Breguet. Yes. Good old Winston Churchill had a Breguet, and Breguet is a brand which Swatch has they gobbled up in a rather distasteful fashion, and but they've at least put an effort in there. The key elements of the Breguet: coin edging, the beautiful Art Deco numerals and the attention to detail on the case. Lamania-based movements which Patek and big makers have used there. So that's kind of brands that are acceptable, but bullshit brands that have come back from the grave and very distasteful. Very, very distasteful indeed. Bullshit brands. And it leads me to the last watch. This is the worst watch of the 5 more types of watches to avoid, and that is the wristwatch. Spooked by charlatans. Charlatans, that's correct. There are many, many nasty fuckers in the industry who, come on. You know, it's just so uncouth to actually have your name on a dial. You know, it's just uncool. The true British upper classes never big noted themselves. I mean, you're going to spark a revolution. You saw what happened in France. You saw what happened in France when you got too fancy-pantsy. Those fucking revolutionaries. Very nasty fuckers indeed. So, yes, charlatan spooking watches. This is a rather distasteful situation. You've got everybody, every man and his dog who's putting his name on a dial. And it's just really classless. I mean, it would be okay if it was a reasonable brand, but some bullshit, dog shit brand with an ETA movement. I mean, fuck me dead. Fuck me dead. I mean, come on. It is absolute ghastly. It's pure ghastly. So, fuckers, I hope you've enjoyed 5 more types of watches best to avoid. I've always said there, fuckers, if it doesn't hurt, it doesn't count. If it doesn't hurt, it doesn't count, fuckers. If it doesn't hurt, if it's affordable, if it is something that you could buy on your own means. That's the symbol. That's the important thing. It's got to fucking hurt. I mean, one can't just be wearing watches that are affordable. It's just not the way things are done. It has to fucking hurt. I mean, this is the reality of the phrase. It's got to fucking hurt before otherwise it's not worthwhile indeed. I'm sorry, this is the reality that it is. Horror logic, it's got to hurt. If it doesn't hurt, it's not worth doing. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Okay, are we done? I need to get the fuck out of here.